The Douglas C53 Skytrooper is essentially a military version of the DC-3 aircraft. Unlike the C-47, it lacks big cargo doors, a reinforced floor, or beefy landing gear. You can spot a C-53 by its single oval entry door on the left side and the smaller baggage compartment door. During World War II, the C-53 served as a troop transport, participated in combat missions, and was used for paratrooper drops and medical evacuation. General Eisenhower even credited it as one of the 4 most important weapons in winning the war. It carried 28 passengers in fixed metal seats and towed gliders while transporting paratroopers. Only 380 C-53s were produced due to the versatility of the C-47. D-Day doll was built at the Douglas factory in Santa Monica, California. It is one of 159 C-53DS and was delivered to AAF on July 7, 1943. It was assigned to the 434th Troop Carrier Group and was stationed at various locations: Alliance Field, NE Baer Field, IN, Fullbeck, UK, and Welford Park, UK, before arriving at Royal Air Force RAF Aldermaston, UK in March 1944. The 434th TCG consisted of HQ and the 71st to 74th Squadrons. Aircraft 830 was assigned to the 72nd Squadron CU. The group's D-Day mission was to tow gliders carrying reinforcements to 101st Division troops who had been dropped earlier in the night near Utah Beach. At 0119 June 6, 1944, 52 of the group's airplanes, each towing a Waco glider, took off from RAF Aldermaston Airfield for Normandy. Aircraft 830 flew 3 missions on D-Day and the next day. While in the ETO, it participated in the D-Day invasion, Operation Market Garden in Holland, the resupply of Bastogne, and the crossing of the Rhine. It also flew various support missions and wounded evacuations to England. During World War II, as part of Operation Overlord, the United States conducted a series of military operations known as the American Airborne Landings in Normandy. On June 6, 1944, approximately 13,100 American paratroopers from the 82nd and 101st Airborne Divisions, along with 3,937 glider infantrymen, were deployed in Normandy through 2 parachute drops and 6 glider missions. These divisions were integral to the U.S. 7 Corps' objective of capturing Cherbourg and establishing an Allied supply port. Specifically, the 2 airborne divisions were tasked with blocking approaches to Utah Beach, securing causeway exits from the beaches, and establishing crossings over the Douve River at Corentin to facilitate the merger of the 2 American beachheads. Despite challenges, including off-target landings, the assaulting force successfully blocked the approaches to Utah within 3 days. German forces were unable to capitalize on the initial chaos, and despite tenacious defense efforts by some units, all strong points eventually fell within the week. The Normandy landings, which took place on Tuesday, June 6, 1944, were a pivotal moment during World War II. These operations, codenamed Operation Neptune and commonly referred to as D-Day, marked the largest seaborne invasion in history. The objective was to liberate France and pave the way for the Allied victory on the Western Front. Extensive planning for this operation began in 1943. In the lead-up to the invasion, the Allies executed a significant military deception known as Operation Bodyguard, designed to mislead the Germans about the timing and location of the main landings. Unfortunately, adverse weather conditions on the initially chosen D-Day necessitated a 24-hour delay. Further postponement would have meant waiting at least 2 weeks, as specific lunar phases, tides, and optimal times of day were critical factors. Adolf Hitler appointed Field Marshal Erwin Rommel to oversee German forces and fortifications along the Atlantic Wall in anticipation of the invasion. Meanwhile, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt entrusted Major General Dwight D. Eisenhower with command over the Allied forces. Shortly after midnight on June 6, the invasion commenced with intense aerial and naval bombardment, complemented by an airborne assault involving 24,000 American, British, and Canadian paratroopers. As dawn broke, Allied amphibious landings occurred along the Normandy coast around 6:30 a.m. The targeted 50-mile (80 kilometers) stretch was divided into 5 sectors: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juneau, and Sword. Despite strong winds pushing landing craft off course, particularly at Utah and Omaha, the operation ultimately laid the groundwork for the liberation of France and Western Europe,